You good?
To Claire? Yeah, Claire, thank you. Hang on, just a moment. We're just on handbag duty. Right. Oh, shoulders back. Where's that?
That way? All good?
Are you there? Right. Okay.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here in South Auckland, as Collins Country, as I call it, where we're making a significant announcement about progress on Mill Road, which is one of the government's roads of national significance. It's been a great week for transport, and we are really working at pace as a government to progress these major new nation-shaping transport infrastructure projects that will drive growth and productivity into the future. Yesterday, we obviously announced the emerging preferred route for the Northland Expressway, including the new alignment around the Brynderwyns. Also yesterday we announced that the NZTA board had endorsed the investment case for the Northwest Busway, which will be a major public transport project in the northwest of Auckland. On Tuesday I announced the investment case had been approved by the NZTA board for Tauriko West, another road of national significance out by State Highway 29 outside Tauranga and the Bay of Plenty. And then this morning we are announcing that the NZTA board has endorsed the investment case for stage 1 of the Mill Road of national significance. This is a project with a long history, and it's something that the good people of South Auckland, Manukau, Drury and other suburbs and areas have been asking for a very long time. There have been successive promises made by governments in the past. This government is determined to deliver this very important project. Overall, the Mill Road corridor is a 21-kilometre, largely 4-lane, offline new road connecting Manukau to Drury. It will provide significant travel time savings and reduction in deaths and serious injuries. Over the next 30 years, around 120,000 people are expected to make South Auckland their home. This is a massive growth node for Auckland and the wider region, and we need to make sure that the transport infrastructure keeps pace with it. The existing State Highway 1 is clogged and congested, and so this is an alternative route once built in time that will provide alternative transport options for people going to and from the city and coming out to Manukau, Alfriston, Drury and beyond. The board has endorsed a stage 1 of the investment case, which is a largely offline 4-lane road connecting into the existing infrastructure here. It will consist of a bus lane, a westbound bus lane at the northern end. It involves a series of intersection upgrades along the route. It is a major investment into South Auckland. The board has also approved around $90 million for further design work and consenting work, and they will be proceeding on that in the next few months, and we hope to start construction in 2026. This is a route which has had designations in place for many years now, around a decade, so it is one that is more advanced than the rest of the route, and we will be progressing Mill Road in a staged way. So the board has endorsed the investment case for stage 1. Stages 2 and 3 have a fair degree of work to do in terms of exact route specification and in terms of detailed design and obviously consenting to come down the line. We are doing these things in a staged way. As I said yesterday at the Northwestern Busway announcement, it makes sense to do these things in stages because then you can achieve the benefits earlier, and obviously as funding becomes available you can progress things in a sequenced and staged way. And it also creates a pipeline of infrastructure work around the country, and that's what we're determined to create as a government. And I think the announcements this week demonstrate that we are a government dedicated to building a long-term transport infrastructure pipeline so that we can get on and build the roads and public transport projects that New Zealanders need to get ahead and drive productivity and growth. Now, Judith Collins has been an indefatigable campaigner for this road, so it would be rude to not let her say a few words. And we've also got the Minister of Auckland here, Simeon Brown, former Transport Minister, who did a lot of work on this as well. So they're just going to say a few words and then we'll take questions. Judith.
Thank you very much. Well, look, thank you so much, everyone, for your interest in this most important road. And big thank you to Minister Chris Bishop and also the former Minister of Transport, Simeon Brown, for his support and their support for this. I also want to say, thank you to the board of NZTA and the staff of NZTA. This has been one of the projects that I've probably been championed for the last 20 years. And the entire part of Papakura, Drury, Manukau, that people need this done. And when I had a look at the press release and the business case for this, it has always been a no-brainer, particularly when you see the amount of growth going on in Drury area. So look, I just think this is one of those things that's going to save lives, it's going to save time, it's going to save money, and it is something that the good people of Auckland South have been asking for a hell of a long time. So thank you very much. I'm so excited about this.
Great. I'll just make a couple of brief comments, and just to firstly say Aucklanders love roads and Aucklanders need roads. Roads unlock land for housing, they unlock land for development. That is what Mill Road is going to do. It's going to mean that Aucklanders can get home faster after work, and it's going to unlock huge economic growth opportunity into South Auckland. So I'm incredibly proud of the work that the Minister, Chris Bishop's doing, the team at NZTA, and also the advocacy of the local MPs, Judith Collins and Rima Narkley, who this road goes right through their electorates. It's going to make a massive difference to the tens of thousands and the hundreds of thousands of people in South Auckland who are going to benefit from this road immensely. So wish NZTA and everyone who's involved all the best, so we get cracking on this important project. Thank you.
Rima, do you want to say a few words?
Oh, wouldn't mind. Thank you. Look, thank you very much to our ministers, and this is a fantastic day for Takanini and for South Auckland. The former Labour government promised this twice and reneged on the promise. We're keeping our promise, so thank you very much, ministers.
Very good. Okay, take some questions.
Chris, I'd just like to sort of know more about the 90 million for the design and consent work. How much has already sort of been designed? Like, how much more is there to design here?
There's a bit of stuff to do. This is a complicated project. You're dealing with an urban area already, and there's the terrain is challenging at various points. So there's a bit to do, and obviously we've got consenting to go through as well. So there's a bit of work to do. These things cost money and take a bit of time, but we are moving at pace. And as you know, as a government, we are making a series of changes to our consenting regime, but also our Public Works Act regime to expedite all of that stuff. We don't want to spend years and years going through consenting processes. That's precisely why we have the Fast Track Approvals Act, and also why we have the changes to critical infrastructure through the Public Works Act, which is coming to Parliament in the next month or so, and will be law by the end of the year. So we're doing everything we can as a government to expedite the consenting processes, but the reality is you do have to get a consent to go and do these things, and there is a bit of work around exactly the route specifications, and they're complicated projects, particularly when you're dealing with an existing urban area, which as you can see, this is.
How much have you really been pushing these guys to
Well, I may have been a little pushy on this, but can I just say how excellent it has been to have both Simeon and Chris so much on board and so understanding that people have to live real lives, they have to be able to drive cars, trucks need to have roads, and that's the thing, even buses need to have roads. It cannot be one or the other, it's got to have a really good portion of roading, and I'm just so grateful that they are so up with it, both of them, and so supportive.
And I suppose the design of this, has it sort of been looked at for, or in the planning of designing it, looked at for buses? Is it going to be sort of a bus-friendly?
Every road's a bus-friendly road.
Yeah. Well, Simeon just said every road's a bus-friendly road, which of course is true. So there's at the northern end of the new road there'll be a bus priority lane or bus lane, and of course the new road will free up capacity on the existing state highway, but of course buses will be able to go down the new road. So as Simeon says, buses go on roads, and that is the great advantage of buses, is that relative to rail, and I'm not saying rail doesn't have a role, because it does, but relative to rail, buses are a lot more flexible, because by definition they don't have a fixed route. They're a lot more flexible in terms of where and when they can go. They go on the road, and of course yesterday we made the announcements around the Northern Busway. The Northwestern Busway is a busway attached to a road. And of course, having a busway attached to a road frees up the road for people who need to, tradies who will be able to get to and from their jobs a lot quicker because people who can take the bus can get on the bus in a dedicated, separated way. So, buses go on roads, and the reality is you need a transport system that is flexible for people's needs. That means rail, and we're building the City Rail link, obviously. It means local buses, which Auckland Transport run to and from big busways and train stations, but also people getting around the place. It also buses to and from the city, and so that's the reality. And in a city like Auckland, our biggest city, over 1 million people, you need trains, you need buses. Most importantly, you just need roads, and that's what we're doing with Mill Road.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
We're
Thank
good?
you.
Thank you, everyone. Yes,
Very
I'm
good.
so excited.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Well done, Rob.
Well done. Good job.
Done, my good friend. Yes. Finally. We are going to do this. I cannot drive without it.
Right, can we get a photo? Where do you want to get a photo?
Should we get a photo down on the road?